Hi, my name is Peter Ernest. I'm Executive Director of the International Spy Museum here in Washington, D.C. Today, I'd like you to join me as we look at some of the tools of the trade, what we call the tradecraft, the things that in espionage the spies used to do all of those mysterious things that you often see so often on film.
Okay, Luther, I'm going in. Everest, man. You ready to plant the flag? Damn. Krieger from here on in. Absolute silence.
People always hear about bugging places and bug this and bug that. Basically, it's a listening device. It's a microphone. If you look at the end of World War II, a bug was about as big as your fist. And if you look at the development right through here to the present, that probably could go into a martini olive, although it has a tail sticking out. One of the most efficient of the intelligence services during the Cold War were the East Germans, because they'd recruited roughly 1/4 of their citizenry as spies. So when foreigners came into the country, they channeled where those foreigners went, what hotels they stayed in, where they would go, and where they could travel.
Get rid of that scum.
One of their cute tricks, if you will, was to use this device, which has been referred to as a hole-in-the-wall camera. And all that means is they took the rooms in the hotel where they were going to funnel the people of interest. They pre-positioned a cavity in the wall, so when the camera was there with this very long lens, it was shooting exactly where they wanted it to be, which might be the sofa in the living room, the coffee table, perhaps the bedroom.
Hi there.
This was a device designed by the KGB, the Soviet intelligence service, and used by one of its allies, one of the satellite countries, against an American diplomat. They got a hold of a pair of his shoes and in one of them put a radio transmitter. When we went to the embassy and did what's called a sweep to see if there was anything in the embassy transmitting, we could hear a transmitter. We knew something was going on. So we had everybody move to the other side of the embassy, and we realized that as we were trying to find the device, it was moving. And so we didn't realize it. It was because someone was wearing it. Here is an instance where something that was concealed was a transmitter, concealed in something that we thought no one would really want to bend over and pick it up. And that's because it's a doo-doo transmitter. It looks like some sort of excrement left by a dog or an animal of some kind. Here is a display of weapons, concealed weapons. Popular item with people who go through here, the so-called lipstick pistol. Obviously, looks like a tube of lipstick, but it is in fact a single-shot pistol. This too was designed by the KGB, the Soviet intelligence service. And in this case, the victim was standing near Waterloo Bridge in London, felt a jab on the side of his, on his leg, and later he had discomfort and pain and went to the hospital. He later died. And what that injected, you can see there's a triggering mechanism up here, was ricin. Let me give you an example of something that you might look at and say, oh, how could anyone use that? You'll notice that the young lady here is wearing a large wristwatch. This is a video camera. It's easy enough for her to keep her jacket on and her sleeves down so that the watch is not even visible. But when she's ready to shoot and the target is not looking straight at her, she can make a gesture like bringing her hand up to her face, which exposes the camera and the lens, and she can take the picture.
Morning, Mr. Phelps.
The sunglasses the young woman is wearing here actually conceal a mini camera which can record in real time. And it's a micro mini camera, so you can see nothing other than that she's wearing very glamorous looking sunglasses perhaps a scarf, very colorful scarf, which also distracts you when you're looking at her. So when she goes by, you have no idea that she's actually recording what she's looking at in real time.
We take the money. Ethan takes the blame. No one else has seen you alive. No one will believe him.
I think one of the things that intrigues people about the espionage business is disguise. Take the same person in this upper frame to the left here, and there's a middle step as the hair has been pulled back, a skull cap put on, and she becomes a very elegant lady ready to entertain for the afternoon, perhaps a tea party or a cocktail party. Now let's look at her in a very different way. This is also her down in the bottom row, and now she is a he and is a Sikh. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that met your expectations in getting a glimpse at least some of the tools of the trade in espionage.